In March of 1977, a 2-year-old boy was rushed to dermatology specialists after developing a strange, scaly rash across his body. The irritation wouldn't go away. His parents had changed his soap, his food, his skincare. Nothing helped. And then doctors noticed something odd. The rash had started just after his mother began using a new dryer sheet, Bounce, a product loaded with artificial fragrance and a chemical softening agent called a quaternary ammonium compound. When they stopped using it, the rash vanished. That same season, 3 more patients with unexplained skin inflammation were linked to the same product. What looked like innocent laundry habits had quietly turned their clothes into chemical-laced irritants.
The thing with fabric softener is how it makes our clothes soft is that it leaves a filmy residue on clothes that's supposed to make it soft. Have very toxic ingredients in them. For example, there's benzyl acetate, which is linked to pancreatic cancer. Benzyl alcohol, which can produce upper respiratory tract infections, ethanol, which can affect your central nervous system, and the chemical compounds in dryer sheets when in contact with air can cause formaldehyde. So that's not good.
We think of laundry as clean, safe, domestic. But what if the fresh scent of your clothes was actually a red flag? What if that softness you love rubbing against your skin was the very thing triggering your itching, redness, or flare-ups? In a previous episode, we revealed how fragrance loopholes in skincare allow toxic chemicals to hide in plain sight. But what most people forget is that your laundry products touch your body too, every minute of every day. Dryer sheets, fabric softeners, scent boosters. These aren't just cosmetic additions. They leave a residue, a film of synthetic chemicals that lingers on your clothes. And every time you wear them, those chemicals transfer directly onto your skin. Even worse, you'll never know exactly what's in them. Because under US law, fragrance is a protected trade secret. By the 1970s, laundry products weren't just about cleaning anymore. They were about experience. Marketing campaigns for new dryer sheets and fabric softeners promised a sensory upgrade, softer clothes, long-lasting freshness, less static cling. Products like Bounce became household names, but no one was talking about the science behind that softness. Bounce sheets were soaked in chemical softeners, specifically dialkyl dimethylammonium methyl sulfate. This ingredient belongs to a class of compounds known as quartz, short for quaternary ammonium compounds. Their job? Coating fabrics with a smooth film to reduce static and make them feel silky. But their effect on human skin was less pleasant. Quartz are positively charged molecules that cling to fabric fibers. But that stickiness doesn't stop at the fabric. Once the clothes touch your skin, the chemicals rub off. For most people, it goes unnoticed. But for those with sensitive skin or long-term exposure, it can lead to irritation, allergic reactions, even eczema. And that fresh scent, it's not one scent. It's a chemical cocktail made up of dozens, sometimes hundreds, of volatile fragrance compounds. Companies aren't required to disclose what they are. They're simply labeled as fragrance, a legal black box that makes it impossible to avoid allergens even if you wanted to. Here's how it works. You wash your clothes using detergent. Then you add fabric softener or dryer sheets, each containing a mix of perfumes and chemical surfactants. As the clothes tumble dry, the heat activates the fragrance and melts the softeners into the fabric. Now those clothes go on your skin. The chemicals don't just sit there, they transfer. Your sweat, your body heat, the friction of daily movement all help release and push those molecules into your epidermis. Some of the most common compounds in these products, like limonene, linalool, and isothiazolinone preservatives, are known skin sensitizers. Quartz, like the one found in Bounce, have been tied to allergic contact dermatitis, especially in patients with pre-existing skin conditions like eczema. In fact, in one documented case, a man who worked in a detergent factory developed severe rashes after handling methylisothiazolinone. What triggered the worst of his symptoms? Wearing his own work clothes, freshly washed in detergent containing the same chemical. Even people without eczema aren't immune. Over time, repeated exposure to low levels of irritants can break down the skin barrier, making it more susceptible to reactions. The skin gets red, inflamed, itchy. Dermatologists report a consistent pattern. When patients remove scented softeners and switch to fragrance-free detergents, their symptoms often improve almost overnight. If you've ever felt itchy in your clothes without knowing why, pause and check your laundry routine. If this opened your eyes to something you never thought about, like and subscribe. It tells YouTube this video matters and helps more people uncover the hidden toxins we're exposing. Here's where things get especially insidious. In most countries, manufacturers don't need to list all the ingredients in fabric softeners or dryer sheets. They can simply write fragrance and leave it at that. That one word could mean anything: musks, solvents, phthalates, aldehydes, or VOCs, volatile organic compounds that vaporize into your air and coat your skin. The US government classifies fragrance as a trade secret, so even if you're severely allergic to a specific chemical, you'll never know if it's hiding inside the products you use every day. And this isn't just a laundry issue. As we uncovered in our investigation into mercury-laced whitening creams, loopholes like this let companies dodge regulation while putting millions at risk. Key effects are real and documented. In the 1977 case series, patients developed stubborn, itchy rashes that resisted every treatment until the scented dryer sheets were removed from their homes. The irritants had embedded themselves into their fabrics, and the fabrics were irritating their skin. Today, dermatologists see it all the time. Eczema flares that mysteriously target areas covered by clothes. Allergic reactions that go misdiagnosed for months or years. Cases where simply changing the laundry routine stops the inflammation for good. Some of these chemicals don't just affect the skin. Volatile fragrance compounds can trigger asthma, headaches, even hormone disruption in sensitive individuals. And the residue doesn't just stay in your clothes. It enters your water system every time you wash, accumulating in rivers and oceans where it can affect marine life. You don't have to wait for regulators to catch up. If you have unexplained skin irritation, or if you care about what touches your body, start here. Ditch the scented dryer sheets. Swap liquid softener for wool dryer balls. Use fragrance-free detergents certified by dermatology associations. Wash new clothes before wearing. Run an extra rinse cycle. And if you suspect allergies, see a dermatologist. Patch testing can identify reactions to fragrance mixes, preservatives, even quartz. But most importantly, demand more transparency. Ask companies to list their full ingredients. Ask them to eliminate known allergens from their formulas. Because when something touches your skin every day, you deserve to know what it's made of. That soft, fresh-smelling t-shirt, it might be your skin's worst enemy. And if this story made you rethink your laundry routine, wait until you see what happened when scientists tested 33 popular lipsticks. The results, absolutely terrifying. Watch that next, right here.